Frugal living habits are the key to how to save money. These saving tips will not only help your wallet, but they will also help your well-being and health. Here are 8 frugal living habits that will help you live better. Number 1, meal prepping. Eating out is a costly venture, with the average meal coming in around about $16. On the other hand, a homemade meal comes in around $6. So eating out costs over twice as much on average. Sit down and write out exactly what you're going to be eating over the next week. This will help you regulate your meal patterns. Planning out your meals will also help you go to the store more effectively and objectively, so that you don't end up walking out with a whole bunch of stuff that you absolutely didn't actually want just because you were hungry when you went to the store. Learning to cook is always a great skill to have, and remember, the key to learning is repetition and experimentation, and sometimes failing. Frugal living habits and saving tips number 2 is walk more when you can and ride your bike as often as possible. Taking your Lamborghinis down to the store instead of driving down there is a great way to stay active and cut down on expenses for your vehicle in maintenance and gas. This also includes riding your bike, scooters, skateboards, rollerblades, whatever thing on wheels that you take to go other than your vehicle. This category is also wrapped in with taking public transportation more often. This may take a little bit more planning, but remember, it will keep your wallet thicker and your waistline a little bit thinner. Frugal living habits number 3 is pay with cash. Remember, cash is king. People are actually proven to spend less money when they actually have to hand over money rather than swiping a card. Studies have shown up to a 25% decrease in spending habit when they pay with cash. When swiping a card, you can make zero effort if you absolutely want to understand exactly how much you are paying. If you're not a fan of switching over to an all cash system, just pay for items that are under $30 with cash. This will prevent you from spending extra money on small purchases. An added bonus to paying with cash is it reduces your chance of identity theft. It should also be known that using your card for high-risk activities such as purchasing alcohol, smoking, and other activities can negatively affect your credit score by up to 10 points. Frugal living habits and saving tips number 4. Write and stick to a budget. Sit down at least once a month and write all your income and your expenses for the month. If you don't get a clear idea of where your money is coming from and where it's going, you're already losing the game. Best practice is also to write a budget for every single paycheck that comes in. This will help you have a realistic idea of exactly where the money that you're getting at this moment is going to be going. Setting aside money for savings and investments should be the very first thing that you do when your paycheck comes in. If you're not paying you first, nobody else will. Your budget should be in line with 1-year and 5-year goals. These 1-year and 5-year goals help align exactly where you're headed and helps you write your budget with a long-term perspective. Frugal living habits and saving tips number 5. Make sure to utilize lists when you go shopping. I like to break it down into 2 separate lists. 1, what I'm going out and buying at the store right now, and 2, things that I'm looking for on sale and have a long-term plan for how to buy them. The list for right now includes things like food and cleaning supplies. The long-term list can include things like clothing, appliances, and electronics. The more due diligence you do on a product, the less likely you are to be blindsided by things that are wrong with it. This will reduce the number of times things have to be replaced because they just weren't what you thought they were. Frugal living habits number 6. Learn to take care of what you have and do small things in maintenance. This includes anything from sewing, working on your car, or looking through your house for potential problems. Doing preventative maintenance will keep your house, car, and clothes all in better condition. Checking on things regularly will keep you from being blindsided by things that could have been addressed earlier. Frugal living habits and saving tips number 7. Make sure to not spend your money before it gets to you. Now, this is not that you should never use a credit card. That's up to you to decide. You should never be swiping your card for more money than what you have to pay off. You should never go into short-term debt that you cannot pay off immediately. Never touch rent-to-own, payday loans, or use installment plans. These are expensive ways to get money and purchase items. Stay away from payday loans like the plague. Interest rates can average about 200% and can range up to 600 APR. Link up above for how these establishments are actually ran. If you know that you have a weak spot for credit cards, I suggest not even carrying them at all. There are only 3 things that are generally acceptable to go into debt for: purchasing a house, financing your schooling, purchasing a vehicle. You should make sure that when going into debt, you're not going in over your head and that you're purchasing things that are within your means. Be careful with student loans because even if you file for bankruptcy, they will never be removed. Frugal living habit number 8 is put off important purchases. I'm talking about the shirt and jeans at the mall that seemed like the greatest thing in the world when you first walked in. The new phone that just came out that everybody is hyped about. For more of these expensive and impulsive purchases, try putting it off for a week and seeing if it still means as much to you. If the answer is no, just don't buy it. More often than not, you'll find that more of these hyped items, you can go about a week and you'll be over it. Items to definitely think on are new phones, tattoos, electronics, and potentially new cars. You should always be careful on all of your purchases, but especially when the cost is high or the hype is high. Companies like Apple are a master at hyping their new products like it's going to be the greatest thing that has ever been released. Be aware of what you truly use on a day-to-day basis and what you absolutely need. So these are 8 frugal living habits that will help you save money and make sure that you have a happier life. If you think I missed anything, throw it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. And for sticking around to the end, I have 2 bonus tips for you. Bonus tip number 1 is stop speeding. Speeding tickets are expensive, they add more wear to your car, and they increase your stress levels. Bonus tip number 2 is automate your paying. This will keep you from having late fees and make sure that you're always up to date with your bills. All right, thank you for sticking around to the end. You are awesome, and as always, have a great day.